Luka Doncic may have just arrived in Los Angeles, but it's already becoming clear that he understands exactly how things work inside one of the NBA's most high-pressure franchises. And more importantly, he knows who he needs to impress. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. The new superstar of the Lakers isn't just focused on what happens on the court. He's making sure his relationship with the team's new owner, Mark Walter, starts off on the right foot. And if you've been paying attention, it almost feels like Doncic is going out of his way to win Walter's approval. Now, let's take a step back. The Lakers went all in on Doncic this offseason. They secured him with a massive 3-year, $165 million extension, signaling that he's not only the centerpiece of today's roster, but the foundation of the team for the next decade. The franchise immediately began consulting him on personnel decisions, giving him a voice in how the roster is built. That's not something the Lakers hand out lightly. But Doncic isn't just any player. When healthy, he's one of the best talents in the NBA, a generational offensive weapon who can carry a team all the way to the finals. The concern, of course, has always been injuries and conditioning. Throughout his career, Doncic has had stretches where staying on the court consistently was a problem. But insiders around the Lakers believe that this chapter will be different. They're convinced that his improved fitness and focus on longevity will allow him to dominate for years to come. And that's where Mark Walter enters the picture. Walter isn't just another owner. He's new, ambitious, and committed to pouring serious money into the Lakers to keep them competitive year after year. And Doncic seems to understand the importance of aligning himself with that kind of backing. Every time Doncic discusses his future in Los Angeles, he makes sure to mention Walter by name. That's not a coincidence. It's a clear message: I see what you're doing for me, and I appreciate it. Think about what that means. In the NBA, the relationship between a superstar and ownership can make or break a franchise. LeBron James had a famously complicated relationship with some of his front offices in the past, and it often dictated how successful his teams could be. Doncic, on the other hand, is making sure that his partnership with Walter is strong from day one. But here's where things get even more intriguing. Reports say that Doncic is already having influence over roster decisions. And that's something that hasn't exactly thrilled LeBron James. For years, LeBron has been the voice inside the Lakers organization, the one pushing for trades, signings, and changes. But time waits for no one. LeBron is now 40 years old and in the twilight of his career, with maybe 2 seasons left at the very highest level. Luka Doncic, on the other hand, is just 25 years old and entering the prime of his career. This isn't just a passing of the torch on the court, it's happening inside the front office too. And let's not forget, Doncic has already proven he can lead a team deep into the playoffs. He carried the Dallas Mavericks all the way to the NBA Finals in 2024, showing the world that he could be the best player on a championship contending roster. That run was no fluke. It was proof that he belongs on the biggest stage, and now with the Lakers, the stakes are even higher. The Lakers' job is simple, but not easy. Surround Doncic with the right pieces, keep him healthy, and watch him deliver. The purple and gold faithful know what it takes to win titles. It's about star power, depth, and leadership. Doncic already checks the first box. The question is whether Los Angeles can keep adding talent around him to check the other two. And there's still more that Doncic himself has to work on. Conditioning has always been a talking point, but so has defense. If he can sharpen those areas of his game while maintaining his incredible offensive skill set, the Lakers could very well be staring at the future face of the NBA for the next decade. That's why this partnership between Doncic and Mark Walter is so important. Walter is showing that he's willing to invest, and Doncic is showing that he's willing to commit. Both sides know they need each other. For Walter, this is about building a legacy as an owner who brought the Lakers back to championship glory. For Doncic, this is about securing his place among the greatest players to ever wear the purple and gold. So here we are, the Lakers, with a new star, a new owner, and a new era beginning. Luka Doncic has the contract, he has the talent, and he has the spotlight. Now, it's about turning all of that potential into banners, trophies, and history. This upcoming season will be his very first full year in Los Angeles. And make no mistake, the pressure is enormous. The fans expect nothing less than greatness, and the front office is already moving pieces to make sure Doncic has the support he needs. The only question left is simple. Can Luka Doncic live up to the weight of the Lakers' legacy and bring championship number 18 back to Los Angeles? Trade rumors have followed LeBron James all summer long. Whispers around the league, speculation from insiders, endless debates on TV, all centered on one question: what's next for LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers? And let's be clear, this isn't just the usual off-season noise. This time, there's real uncertainty. Because for the first time in his legendary career, LeBron is no longer the unquestioned centerpiece of his team. The Lakers have made their choice. They're going all in on Luka Doncic as the new face of the franchise. And while the move makes sense for the long-term future, it hasn't gone unnoticed by LeBron. Reports suggest he's not thrilled with how quickly the Lakers pivoted away from him. After 2 decades of being the centerpiece everywhere he's gone, suddenly finding himself in the background is unfamiliar territory. And that frustration has fueled some very real rumors. Could LeBron actually ask out before the season even begins? Could he really walk away from Los Angeles, the city he helped bring a championship to in 2020? For now, the expectation is that LeBron will remain with the Lakers for the upcoming season. But that hasn't stopped rival teams from making calls. Because when a superstar like LeBron James might be unsettled, the entire NBA takes notice. And one team, in particular, has been checking in. A team LeBron knows all too well. A team that's been both his greatest rival and his greatest measuring stick. Yes, the Golden State Warriors. According to Jake Fisher of the Stein Line, the Warriors have reached out to the Lakers multiple times this offseason, inquiring about the possibility of trading for LeBron James. Just think about that for a second. The Warriors, the dynasty team of the past decade, the team LeBron battled in 4 straight NBA Finals, the team led by Steph Curry, actually picking up the phone to ask about LeBron. It's the kind of storyline nobody could have imagined years ago, and yet here we are. But let's take a step back. LeBron James has never been traded in his NBA career. 20 years in the league, 4 different franchises, and every single time he's changed teams, it's been his choice in free agency. To see him moved in a trade? That would be historic. And the Lakers don't want to be the franchise that makes that history. Especially not under new owner Mark Walter. For Walter, the last thing he wants is to be remembered as the man who traded away LeBron James, a player widely considered one of the greatest of all time. And there's another major roadblock. LeBron has a no-trade clause in his contract. That means nothing can happen unless he initiates it. He would have to be the one to say, "I want out." Otherwise, the conversation doesn't even start. Even if LeBron did give the green light, the Lakers would demand a massive return. We're talking about an enormous trade package, young players, draft picks, possibly multiple rotation pieces. And as talented as Golden State's roster is, they simply don't have the type of assets Los Angeles would want in exchange for LeBron. So whatever the Warriors may have offered clearly wasn't enough to make the Lakers even pause. The talks didn't progress. Nothing materialized. But the fact that the Warriors even made those calls, that says everything about where we are right now. Because the truth is, even at 40 years old, LeBron James is still one of the best players in the world. Last season, he averaged 24.4 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 8.2 assists per game. Those are superstar numbers, numbers that teams across the league would love to add to their roster. And next year, when he turns 41, LeBron is still expected to be a dominant force. That's why rival teams are circling. That's why the rumors keep growing. Because everyone knows the clock is ticking. LeBron doesn't have many years left, and if he's going to chase one more championship, the time to make a move is now. So what happens next? Most likely, LeBron stays put, at least for this season. The earliest window where something could realistically happen is the trade deadline. That's when the Lakers will evaluate where they stand, and when LeBron himself will decide if this situation still works for him. If he ever does want to leave, the simplest path will be waiting until the end of the season, opting out of his contract, and choosing his next team in free agency. That way, he controls the decision, just like he always has. But for now, despite the noise, despite the calls, despite the rumors, LeBron James remains a Laker. The Warriors tried to test the waters. Other teams may have too. But Los Angeles is holding firm. The question is simple. How long will that last? Because one phone call from LeBron could change everything. The Los Angeles Lakers have made a bold move this offseason, taking a calculated gamble by signing DeAndre Ayton. The former #1 overall pick agreed to a 2-year, $16.6 million contract after securing a buyout from the Portland Trail Blazers. Many analysts call it a bargain for a player with Ayton's size, athleticism, and potential. But there's a catch. While the addition brings size, rebounding, and presence in the paint, there's no guarantee that Ayton will lock down the starting center role in Los Angeles for the long term. Ayton's NBA career has been a mix of promise and frustration. His time in Phoenix and Portland was marked by high-level production at times, but also by criticism over his maturity and his ability to fully embrace a team-first mentality. His reputation as a player who could sometimes prioritize himself over the team is one of the reasons he became available in free agency, despite his undeniable talent. The Lakers, known for making strategic moves, took a risk, hoping that the presence of superstars LeBron James and Luka Doncic could help Ayton reach the next level. But the Lakers also know that relying solely on Ayton at the center spot is risky. The Western Conference is stacked with dominant big men, including Nikola Jokic, Alperen Sengun, and Chet Holmgren. If Ayton underperforms or struggles to adapt to the Lakers system, Los Angeles could once again face a glaring weakness at one of the most critical positions on the floor. That's why some experts suggest the Lakers need a backup plan, an insurance policy in case Ayton doesn't live up to expectations. Sports Illustrated's Thomas Corelli recently outlined a trade idea that could provide that backup. Corelli suggests the Lakers pursue Brooklyn Nets center Nick Claxton, while also securing additional draft assets. His proposed trade would look like this. Lakers receive Nick Claxton, 2027 first-round pick, 2029 first-round swap. Nets receive Gabe Vincent, Austin Reeves. Claxton is viewed as an ideal fit for the Lakers, particularly alongside Luka Doncic. His athleticism, rim-running ability, and defensive presence make him a perfect complement to a superstar guard who thrives with dynamic paint threats. It's a style that mirrors what Doncic experienced in Dallas with Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively too. Corelli explained the trade's logic. The Lakers moved 2 depth players in Gabe Vincent and Austin Reeves, whose roles have been reduced with LeBron and Luka commanding the ball. Adding Claxton gives Los Angeles a young defensive anchor with upside. And the future draft picks prepare the franchise for life after LeBron. Claxton's potential impact extends beyond just minutes on the floor. He could play significant minutes behind or even alongside Ayton and Rui Hachimura, giving head coach J.J. Redick more flexibility in rotations. That kind of versatility could be crucial in navigating a long and grueling Western Conference schedule. But even with Claxton in mind, the Lakers are aware of why they cannot fully rely on Ayton. Concerns about his mindset and maturity continue to shadow him. After his departure from Portland, insiders indicated the Blazers were eager to part ways with the Bahamian center, frustrated with his approach both on and off the court. Jason Quick of ESPN LA highlighted that Ayton's personality may challenge the patience of veteran Lakers players. DeAndre is going to test the professionalism of the veterans in that room, Quick said. He's immature. He thinks he's better than he is. He can be goofy. Some teammates might enjoy that lightheartedness, but in Portland, veterans often rolled their eyes when he came into the locker room singing or acting silly. Tim McMahon of ESPN added further insight, citing former staffers from Phoenix and Portland who questioned how smoothly Ayton would fit in Los Angeles. One former Suns staffer told me, "This is going to be a disaster. He'll half-roll in pick-and-rolls, Luka will get frustrated, and J.J. Redick won't tolerate it." Another former Portland staffer acknowledged that not everything was Ayton's fault but emphasized that he's already been pushed out of 2 franchises. He needs to understand he's not a max-level player anymore. For Ayton, the Lakers represent both a fresh start and a make-or-break opportunity. At 26 years old, he still has time to redefine himself as a reliable, impactful big man in the NBA. But the window for patience is closing. The league has seen enough to know that potential alone is not enough. Commitment, maturity, and adaptability are required to succeed at the highest level. The Lakers hope that playing alongside 2 of the league's biggest stars, LeBron James and Luka Doncic, will push Ayton to elevate his game. The championship environment, high-level expectations, and daily competition in practice are all designed to bring out the best in him. But if that experiment does not work, the Lakers are prepared to act. A trade for someone like Nick Claxton would not only secure a more dependable center, it would also bring future draft picks, allowing Los Angeles to build long-term stability at the frontcourt position. In a conference full of dominant big men, having a reliable, versatile frontcourt is critical. Ultimately, this is a pivotal moment for Ayton. He has the talent, the tools, and the opportunity to thrive in Los Angeles. But the Lakers will not gamble without a plan. Either Ayton proves the doubters wrong and earns his place as a cornerstone of the team, or Los Angeles has a blueprint ready to ensure the center position remains a strength for years to come. In the end, this move is about strategy, preparation, and opportunity. The Lakers are playing the long game. And for DeAndre Ayton, this is the ultimate test. Can he step up, mature, and become the player he was drafted to be? Or will the Lakers be ready with their backup plan, ensuring the team remains competitive at the highest level, no matter what happens?